Hey, Matt Schifferly for the RedDeltaProject.com. Today we're addressing the topic of the muscle confusion or muscle guessing. It's a very big topic. A lot of programs are selling it like it's the greatest thing in the world, but the reality is that it's one of those things, like many things in our fitness culture, which is effective, but it's nothing really all that fancy. However, there is a certain way of looking at it which can be a little bit misleading. You know, the idea of muscle confusion. Muscles have to be kept guessing and so forth. The reality is that the human body is a lot simpler than this complex thing that we have to constantly trick into trying to get it to make changes happen and get in shape. Because muscles don't guess. They don't need to be confused. They don't, because, I mean, really, if you think about it, confusion is kind of counterproductive. Like if you're trying to fill out a form, like a complicated form, and you get confused, how effective are you going to do that if you're not quite sure what's going on? The reality is that muscles don't guess or anything. They simply adapt. Whatever you give them, they're going to adapt to that stimulus. The strategy is that by giving it stimulus that is changing and varying, then the adaptation will continue to higher levels. However, there is one way that we can kind of shoot ourselves in the foot with this sort of thing. If we give it a certain level of stimulus, a certain type of exercise, it will adapt to accommodate and be able to do that exercise. Now, if we scrap that and we do a different exercise, then we'll become more proficient at that exercise, but the ability to do the previous one can start to diminish diminishes more if the two are completely different. So the strategy is to change things up, not necessarily what we're doing, but how we're doing things, okay? So instead of saying, I'm gonna do squats for a couple of months, and then I'm gonna completely scrap the squats and do nothing but lunges, yes, you're going to feel yourself getting stronger with lunges, but then if you go back from lunges to doing squats, oh great, now my squats are getting stronger, probably largely because the diminished return from not having done squats. So it's kind of like in one area you're growing, but the other you're losing, and then you switch, and then you're just losing, and then you're growing again. So you just basically go nowhere, even though you're changing things. So the idea is we want to keep adaptation heading in a specific direction by giving more stimulus to changes that are progressive. You're not going to gain progression just because things are changing. We want to make sure that, okay, I did squats a certain way, now I'm going to keep muscle guessing or adapting by giving it further stimulus, progressive stimulus, more reps, more weight, faster speed, slower speed, however you want to do it. Changing things up, but making sure it's a step up above where you were before, rather than just simply randomly picking changes left and right to keep the muscle guessing. Thoughts on my thoughts down below. Till then, be fit and live free.